Hello there, this is EM Fresh for Fresh to the Extreme, and today I am riding at Meeks Mountain in Hurricane, West Virginia, if I said that right. And the reason why I am riding backwards because I forgot to record the clip to get to the start of the first trail we're about to do, which is called the Bowl. So excuse me if this is kind of weird. So this is how you get to the trail, but we're just going backwards, okay, to get to it. So just imagine if that were faced around the other way. Alright, so once you get off that little fire road, you're going to cross these railroad tracks. And then turn around. And then you'll just go straight. And then you'll be on what is called the Bowl. Okay, and this will take us into our first trail. So the Bowl is like the entrance, the first entrance, and there's a second entrance at the top, which I will show you in a later video. So I'm going to break this up into a bunch of videos because these trails are very long, and I had a few mishaps going the wrong way. But really, I found there's really no wrong way going here, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to ride these trails, which, I mean, you could take any way you want. So, I missed a few trails. I forgot to put my GoPro on, but it's pretty much straightforward. The maps are really good here, and you will definitely have a good time. I'm riding my e-bike because I don't have very much time here, and like I said before, I'm trying to find the best route to go. Now that way you saw there, that takes you to Captain G's. Just go to the very end and make the left. You're going to have to walk your bike up the top unless you're a muscle climber. But it's not a very large climb. And then just make that left and then you're on Captain G's. And then you'll know you're going the right way if you come to a jump called Cease and Desist, which is kind of crazy because it's a gap jump coming high speed down the hill, and if you aren't going fast enough, don't go too slow, you're not going to make it. You're going to land in the creek, and you'll see that in a later video called Captain G's. Alright, now you're going to head up. This trail here is called City Park. Okay, so, or City Park or City Street Trail, and this is a hell of a climb here. So even with the e-bike, it's a pretty hell of a climb. I have it in complete eco mode because I'm trying to ride every single trail in here, which I did not do. Just so you know, because there's just so many loops that you could take, and I highly recommend you don't try to do it all in one day because you can't, especially on a manual bike. You just go work through the trails, and you'll have a lot of fun here. And so about Meeks Mountain, as you'll see, these trails here seem to be dedicated to those who have died for our country. And that's what, when we get to the other side of the mountain here, you'll see there's some trails called Spangled Stevens, Wynn, forget the name of it. It's very, very solemn. You'll see certain memorials on the side. There's probably like, I think 12 or 16 memorials dedicated to those who've died and for our country. And more likely the Marines, Army, soldiers who had died. And so it kind of shook me up a bit, you know, put a tear in my eye because I had some friends who had passed away in the armed forces. Actually, a lot. I always tell my parents that all my friends are dead, you know, like that Little Uzi reverse song, because most of my friends have died in the armed forces. You don't hear about it, you know.
I think I'm going around.
So, but that's it took me by surprise when I come here. And these trails are very well groomed, as you can see. They're very smooth. Now there are some tight spots, and this is just a little overview. We're climbing to the top, and that's where the fun begins. Just, of course, and if you don't like riding downhill, then you might not like this place. But it is also, okay, point to note, is also a hiking trail. So even if you don't like riding a bike, they have what's called a 100K hike, kind of like an Ironman type thing. And you can walk 100 miles of trails in here very, very easily. And so you can go backwards, forwards, you know, on the trails. And I saw a few runners out here running on the trail. And then these trails are e-bike friendly, so I didn't have any problem with anybody here, especially on the other side where you're going to need it, like you go to Atom Bomb or something like that, the Atom Bomb Trail. And I mean, some of those things are just so steep. If you're not a strong climber, and especially if you're a novice like me, trying to you know, get up to speed, and you're trying to balance yourself while climbing up a mountain, and then trying to get a little workout too. But this e-bike has definitely come in handy. Only caveat is your heart works harder. Because it just goes so fast. Your legs aren't using very much power, but your cardio is off the chain. Like you'd still, it's like being on a spin bike or one of those Pelotons or whatever. You just don't stop. You can just keep pedaling as long as you keep your balance. But anyway, we're almost at the top. I'm going to stop this here once we get to the next trail, and then I'm going to break the trails up into sections so that you can see each one in their entirety. Okay, and when we get to the top, I missed one trail along the route. I'm going to put it on there anyway. It's a pretty boring trail. It's just it just travels along the ridge line there, and I think it's called Middle Ridge Trail, or Middle Fork. I think Middle Ridge. I think what it's called. I missed it, but you just keep going straight. You'll head into the fun stuff. And then you'll have a really, really great time. But from the point here, this is where it all begins. Alright, see you next video, and thanks for subscribing and watching.